Hey guys, it's Paradise, and I'm sure many of you are having those Monster Hunter Wilds withdrawal symptoms like us. So I've gathered together some of my favorite clips, funny and cool moments, character creations, and more from the community that feeds us a little taste of the beta to keep us going. So drop a like below and join me for a wild ride. I'll start off though with one of my own clips of some Switchx goodness, fighting a Rayal Hudless, making use of the new offset, counter, and focus strike. Honestly, I've been loving the Switchx in Wilds, and can't wait to test out some proper builds in the full game. I really do hope that Rapid Morph will be in the game though, as that just felt so good in Rise and Sunbreak. You definitely don't want to be countering every hit back to back because of the chip damage that you take, but you can certainly counter a few in a row even from Rayal, which just makes it so satisfying to maintain the offensive against him. It seems like on most of the monsters so far, the weak point system is really well implemented into their various different attacks. For Rayal, his big laser beam makes his head a weak point, which is super satisfying to punish. So I also can't wait to see how they use this on the other monsters in the full game when we can finally play. Next, we can see an impressive greatsword kick that launches this Chatak across the map. Man, I don't know why I didn't get any of these funny moments in my beta gameplay, but this certainly is one way to make a monster move areas. Now here's another interesting encounter. It looks like if you call your Sacred just before getting yeeted into the air, it will actually drive by and catch you as you hit the ground, but maybe the timing just lined up on this one perfectly. However, either way it looks pretty cool. For this next one though, an amazing user over on Reddit did some testing of the Master Gatherer group skill, which is meant to increase your gathering speed as well as preventing knockback when gathering and carving. It does look like a pretty respectable speed increase as well, which will make it great for those gathering sets and runs. I also just love the new mining animation. But one of my favorite features in Wilds is definitely the picking up of barrel bombs and rolling them at a monster. But the thing is, as you can see here, it only gets better when you do it with your friends together. And getting a finishing hit like this is just super satisfying. Now, a small thing that you may not have experienced in the beta is monsters literally getting struck by lightning during a sand tide, and not only is it really cool when it happens, it also deals respectable damage considering it's just a passive thing. On top of this, in grassy areas, the lightning can even set fire to the ground and spread. Next, I wanted to highlight this Kratos character creation, which is scarily accurate. I mean, I made Geralt and was pretty happy with that, but this is next level. I can hear him shouting boy at the Palico already. Now, if you did fight a Deshagama nearby some small creatures, you will have no doubt experienced this from the beta. But in case you missed it, here's some Monster Hunter bowling at its finest. It's just such a crazy move. But going back to lightning strikes, monsters aren't the only thing that should fear it. Doing a cheeky mid-combat portable barbecue meal might not be the best idea in a sandtide. It is hilarious that you can get struck by lightning in the middle of a meal. And then next, I wanted to show off this insane clip of a cliff literally breaking and dunking on Rayal for a chunk of damage. I didn't manage to get this in-game myself, but it looks so satisfying with the way that the whole ground crumbles and breaks below the monster, dropping it down and dealing damage. Now, we have all heard of the origami monsters that some players experienced through different bugs or memory leaks, but seeing origami Rayal in action is just wild. It looks so bad but so funny at the same time, I can't get over it. I'm just waiting for someone with actual origami skills to create one of these monsters with paper, and if you do it, please send me a photo. Next up, I had to show some impressive gameplay clips, and we'll start with the longsword. You can do some very cool things with the longsword in Wilds, but the new mount finisher just takes the anime aspect of it to a whole new level. Check this out, and the killing clip is just nuts. But don't discount the greatsword in Wilds because it didn't get loads of flashy new moves. The offset, perfect guards, power clashes, and focus mode really make it an impressive thing to behold. Just watching this guy play makes me want to main it. But I also had to show this Switchx clip off, as it's just so fun to get those counters and offsets. The hunter here has great positioning, timing, and patience, so it's super satisfying to get a nice clip where you pull everything off you intended. I really do love pulling off the new full release move, but if you actually look at that element discharge, it even sets fire to the ground that then spreads and can damage monsters if they stand in it for too long. Plus, just getting those offsets feels so satisfying, and you really get that feedback of hitting the monster. Now, if you didn't take a moment to stop and appreciate Athos, who is Olivia's Palico in the story, then this will please you greatly, because it's super cute to see the Palicos just living in the world and having a blast. It's kind of crazy how many different animations and things you will see just by observing different characters or creatures out in the world. It really does feel a lot more alive than other games, just by how much attention to detail has gone into the small things, like looking at a little Palico resting against a barrel. Now, I did actually retweet this one in case you've already seen it, but this is a crazy recreation of Michael Jackson in the character creator. It seems people really can make anything if they put their mind to it. This next clip is a little lower quality, but it's definitely worth seeing. That new focus strike on the dual blades is crazy, and still connects to a monster even if it starts to fly away, as you can see here. This must have felt nuts to pull off. And next is worth knowing that you shouldn't do the portable barbecue cooking next to a barrel bomb. As well, the fire physics seems to actually affect things nearby, including blowing yourself up. Well, do you guys have any cool moments, clips, or memories from the beta? Share with us down below so we can all live through it together. And drop a like if you did enjoy this fun roundup, and subscribe for more Monster Hunter coming your way very, very soon.